And welcome back, folks. Another Michigan football film study focused on the defense with my man Vance Bedford. The folks want more Vance, so we're gonna give them more Vance. And on this video, on the film session, we actually gonna do it for free. Why, you ask? Because we don't own this footage. Because we don't own the footage, we cannot monetize it. We cannot profit from it. Therefore, it is strictly for your education, your entertainment, and your edification. It is not for profit. It is for you, the people. And Vance, the people want some Vance, man. I don't know if you look at the comments, Vance, but they're like, oh man, is Vance gonna come back and coach?
That's the one thing Vance is not going to do is come back and coach. That is out of the question, 100%.
Vance, what you think? I mean, we talk about this the commentary piece, but man, they firing coaches left and right first month of the season, man. I mean, I've never seen anything like it.
I haven't either. Right now, there's two things going on. It's called NIL, it's called transfer portal, and it's called paying coaches a lot of money. I want to see you win yesterday. I can't wait till tomorrow. And that's what's going on right now. I don't want no parts of that at all.
Right, I hear that, man. Well, one thing you used to have a part of is watching your team, seeing the things they don't do well, and correcting those things from one week to the next. We've seen this defense grow over the course of the first 6 weeks. And by the way, this is the first time Michigan is 6-0 in back-to-back seasons since 1977 and 78. So it's been basically my whole life since the last time they were 6-0 in back-to-back seasons, right? So the
That's right.
defense has made some strides over the course of weeks, and yet there are still things they need to make strides in, Vance. And that's where we are heading into this Penn State game. As you dove into the film, kind of broad brushing for me, tell me what you saw.
I saw a team that came out that gave us some up tempo, which gave us a few issues early on. Some different formations that also gave us some problems. But the thing I liked the best was our halftime adjustments. We came out, settled our players down. They made some great adjustments on defense. It took certain players away. And that's what it's all about. When you come out in the third quarter, calm your players down, make adjustments, corrections. And I saw that happen in the third quarter, and we just took things away. But the
All right.
first quarter, we had some minor issues.
All right, so let's start off in the first quarter, and this actually starts off with a good play. Michigan has 7 sacks on the day,
Ooh.
man. 7 sacks on the day. And I asked you this before we came on. I said, man, if I were to ask you which defense had more sacks, the 2021 defense or the 2022 defense, you properly, so it wasn't a guess, you knew. You said it's 2022, but you also said, hey man. Hey man, let's look at those stat patterns in the first couple of games. And you could probably chalk this one up as a bit of a stat pattern too, because it's not to diminish getting 7 sacks, but Indiana had trouble heading into this game, so much so that Michigan was basically the nail in the coffin. Michigan basically ran the offensive line coach. You're talking about coaches getting fired. That's why I brought it up. Offensive line coach got fired after this game, Vance.
You know what? That to me, the head coach, whoever calling these plays, they put the offensive line coach in a position he could not have any success. I mean, the first thing is like what Steve Spurrier said is, I can't fire myself, so I got to fire somebody. I mean, that's what the head coach just said. You gonna look at this play right here. You empty. Michigan's third down tendency is to do what? To pressure. So you go to empty, and you have a weak offensive line. That's not the offensive line coach's fault. That's the guy who's calling plays fault. Because right now I'm going to call this a joker package. So they like to move number 90 and 18 around, and you can see right now they have an overload in the defense. We have 4 guys to 3 guys, so we have them outnumbered right now. So no matter what they do, is they have enough guys to block this. The center blocks right. You have enough guys to block this, but the center, he locks on to the nose who comes around to the field side A gap. The linebacker, he comes through the boundary A gap. He's unblocked. The center should have passed that on. The left guard should have blocked back to the right. So on paper, they have this block. But again, you're talking about 18, 19-year-old kids. You know, he might have had a test on Friday before he got on the airplane. He might be hungry. He could have missed the pregame meal. It's a lot of things going on because we have guys flying all over the place. They don't know the block. So it's a great design by the defensive staff. It really is. And I like what they're doing right here. So I see a sack coming, and you get it right here. Let's let it run, coach. Because the center and the guard, look at that. The center's wrong. If the center blocks that gap, they got to protect it. But again, you're talking about an 18, 19-year-old kid with an inexperienced offensive line, Joker Mike 1. Man, it's all that's put in the bank right now. I'm drawing interest right now, Sam.
So yeah, man. He blocked the man and not his gap, Vance.
Exactly. I mean, it's full slide to your right. They got enough guys to block it. But again, the scheme works perfectly. The center's wrong, and we got us a sack right now. It's a great scheme. And again, it's attacking the offensive line protection. And we did a great job with the scheme because we knew that I could go to empty, that overload look, you putting pressure on that center to make the right decision. He didn't. Who knows? His girlfriend might have broke up with him the other day. And he like, I'm just going to stay with this guy because my girlfriend's seeing somebody else. You never know what's happening right now, Sam. I mean, come on. It's not the NFL, baby. Come on.
You sound like you speaking from experience, Vance. You used to have to deal with that, man.
I had to deal with that, man. I was lock and load. It was on. I mean, you see, hey, I had the sideburns back in the 70s, man.
I know you didn't have to deal with it, Vance. I figured you would handle your business. I'm talking about with your players, man.
Man, as a coach, I've had to deal with somebody. I had to talk a guy down the ledge. It's okay. You're not in love with her now. I mean, 20 years from now, you might be in love with her. Right now, nah, it doesn't work that way. It's just that, your genes acting up right now. Your hormones talking to you. That's all that is. Let it slide.
So you was coach part-time and then counselor the other time, Vance?
I was more counselor than coach. That's part of it. You had to talk them off the ledge all the time. It's okay. Take a deep breath. I mean, life is just getting started for you. It's going to be all right. I've been there, done that. Let's roll.
All right. So on to the next one, Vance. That was a sack, but you mentioned that there were some things that you saw in this game that they're going to see. There's a consistent theme to when we sit down. Just to bring you folks inside, Vance, he says they're going to see this versus Ohio State. They're going to see that versus Ohio State. They're going to see this versus Ohio. Every frame of reference for you, Vance, and I imagine it was this way when you coach, it was about Ohio State.
It's about the team you have to beat. It's a must. I know they're working on us already. They're working on Michigan already. They can sit back and say they're not, but a person who's been a coach for a long time, you're going to work on your biggest rivalry team you have to beat. Now, man, come on now. Can you count to 4, Sam? That's all I got to say. Can you count to 4? I mean, we can't. I've been talking about this from day one. Can we count?
So
I'm using arithmetic, Sam. Arithmetic. Not the multiplication table, not division. I'm talking about second grade arithmetic. 1, 2, 3, 4. It can't count, Sam. Because we on our iPhones right now with a calculator. Come on, I didn't have that. I had a pencil with an eraser on it. That's what I had. And the book we used to have, we used to call it Chief. It was a book called Chief that you had to do all your diagrams in. Come on, can we count? Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 offensive guys out to the field, Sam. I mean, that's a lot. We have, let me see, how many is that, Sam? That's 1, 2, 3. Something wrong, Sam. It's not something wrong. We can't add. They have 4 on 3. We have a mismatch right now. And they running full inside zone. They block them to their left. They don't block the guy off the edge. So now, technically, if you want to really count this, Sam, they actually now have 6 guys to the field. I tried to be nice and say it was only 4, but the back is 5 and the quarterback is 6 when they come out. And how many guys we have over there? We have 1, 2, 3. I don't count the guy on the line of scrimmage who's out leverage because he's responsible for number 4. We got a problem, Sam. It's a numbers count right now.
All right, so this is obviously a positive play for them as we let it roll. But you know my question, Vance, is okay. So what's the adjustment here, Vance? Because they're going tempo. Okay. So the players got to be able to make this adjustment on the fly. They can't look to the sideline and get a check.
This is tough to do on the fly. But going back to the Maryland game, Maryland gave us the same kind of formation, but they did it with a tight end. And so when they did the unbalanced formation, what the linebacker did, he kicked the front over. So the guard became the center. So now you have enough guys in the box, and now your outside linebacker 25, he'd have walked out in space. So if you can freeze it right there, Sam, what they should have done right now, says unbalanced left, defensive line slide to your left.
Mhm.
But if you haven't seen this play or practiced it and they're going fast, I'll tell you what, it's tough. My only thing is this: how many guys out there, Sam?
3.
They got 4 and we got 3. So I don't care what else is going on, we should have matched up. Somebody somewhere should say, they got 4 guys out here, we got to get another guy out here. And no matter how fast they're going, football is about matchups. So they have 4, we need to have 4 in some form of fashion. And that should be a base rule in the time. They didn't have that. We got a lot of guys in the box. So this is an automatic take the ball and throw it out there. And they did, and they got 9 yards. And again, up tempo, they got us a little bit, but the safety should adjust it. Now, in the third quarter, we made all the correct adjustments, and this didn't happen again. So again, great job by the staff seeing this play and making corrections.
Gotcha. All right. So staying in the first quarter, Vance, over 1.
Now, this is going to go back to Iowa.
Yep.
Iowa down in the red zone out of 22 personnel ran the same play for a big play. We're in over 1. So in other words,
They were
we
2
are
back.
man to man.
They were 2 backing it, right?
They were 2 backs. But again, because we man to man, so that linebacker, the back is sliding in the B gap. This linebacker who has a man to man is in the A gap. So right now, if the back goes to the flat, he's out leveraged. That means that he's already beaten outside because he has no help out there. And so we rushing 4. Technically, it's 3 guys: the safety, both linebackers. They have the tight end and the back. So this tight end going to run a post pattern, which is picking a linebacker. You don't have a chance, Sam. Not at all. Not at all.
All right. So talk us through this one, Vance.
Here we go. We just got a base protection. The front is blocking 3 to the left, 2 to the right. The tight end is running a post pattern. Actually, what he's doing is picking a linebacker. And the back is running a wheel right out of the backfield, basically out and up is what it is. So now you can see the highlights. The safety has a tight end man to man. The linebacker has a back man to man. He's out leveraged. But he should have a line in the B gap with that guy. Where you're going to say, well, Sam, what if you're going to say, Vance, what if they were running the ball in A gap? Well, he's tracking the back. So guess what he's going to do? From the B gap, if the back goes in the B gap, then what he's going to do? He's flying down to the B gap right now. And they try to run a scoop on us right now. The 3 technique is in the B gap. He should split the scoop block. They won't have a play. So most people are going to line that guy from the 30 regardless. But we line up guys in the open gap. So therefore, he is outflanked. Foot race he lost. It's an adjustment. They corrected again later. This happened in the Iowa game. So he's outflanked, Sam. He's outflanked. He didn't have a chance.
You think that was that operator error, or was that an adjustment? I guess we won't know that unless we ask.
We won't know that, but again, as a coach, and I would tell guys, if you're a man to man, I'm a linebacker. Where's your help? Your help is back inside. Therefore, I'm going to put you in the outside shoulder of that back. I know you're a B gap player, but I got a 3 technique in front of you. He's a B gap, you're an A gap player. If he does his job right in the run game, I still can get to the A gap. So right now, we got a problem. See, now his eyes. You see what the linebacker did, Sam? He did what? Stepped up. What did I say all last week about eye discipline? It's eye discipline again. He's outflanked, number 1. Eye discipline, number 2. So you have a problem. This is a first down and goal, touchdown. So it's a lot of things can be corrected here. His alignment is the biggest thing. Get him wild. Give him a chance, which they did later on in the third quarter. They got that corrected also, Sam.
Yeah,
they made some adjustments.
Look, clearly, that's why I was asking the question. I wonder, was it the coaching point? Like, hey, man, you missed it. Or did they just say, hey, we aligned you wrong. Do it this way. I tend to think it was. Well, I don't know. I won't guess.
I don't know, but they got it fixed in the third quarter. That's all I know.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And that's what is important here, Vance Bedford. Let's move on to the second quarter.
Okay, rolling.
Over Mike versus inside zone.
Ooh. The inside zone is giving us some issues this year. So, right now we have enough guys in the box to stop this. Should be able to stop this play. We're playing man to man. We're blitzing the Mike Backer outside. So freeze it right there for me, Sam.
Okay,
So right now, what's going to happen? They're not going to block the guy coming off the edge. They run an inside zone here to our right. So they're going to double. They're going to block the guy down. The guard and the center is going to double the 3 technique to the back, and they're going to go out and out. So now this is the downhill play. So we got it schemed up for you right now. So we're going to highlight the 2 down guys inside and the linebacker. The issue we have right now is that our down guys are being double teamed and they're getting knocked out of their gap. So the linebacker, he gets lost. He doesn't know where to fit. So the issue right now are the down guys and a linebacker taking a double team off the down guys. Let's let it run and see what happens. The Mike coming off the edge. The nose should be coming more to his left. Let's see what happens here. See the nose right now? The nose is the problem. He gets stood straight up and gets knocked back. So the linebacker has no chance whatsoever. So this is strictly on the down guys. Mm-hmm. Anytime we get double teamed, we've been having some issues inside right now. So we lost the battle inside. He's too high. See the nose? Mm-hmm. That's a nose fault. He went across and he came back. So the linebacker pulled the trigger, and now we have a problem. We always tell guys, once you hit a gap, stay at home. Do not fight back across. He didn't do that, so the linebacker has no chance whatsoever. So it's on the nose and the linebacker together. See the nose?
Yeah, yeah.
And so now they climb on the linebacker. He's on his back. We off to the races.
Yeah, Big Mozzie got mad. I think it was a play after that where he got rid of the linebacker. It was like the running back ran into like a brick wall, man. And what you could tell he was and maybe this is why he was ticked. It was because of this play. I can't remember the sequence.
Well, he needs to stay mad all the time, man, because right now he's not giving us a chance to play by what he's doing. Come out, be mad every single down. That's his job. You see him double teaming right now? Mm-hmm. He made it easy for him to climb on the linebacker. The center stayed on him. The guard knocked him over and climbed to the linebacker and pinned him, which we've seen this play so far every week now.
So I'm not making it. I know not to make any excuses with Vance Bedford. I know that. So I'm not making an excuse, right? But for a dude like that, as powerful as he is, as technically sound as he is, if he playing high, Vance, I think he's tired. This is where the tempo. I don't know where in the sequence this kind of came, but that's kind of what I see. If he's playing high, I'm feeling like, this is the tempo sort of having a cumulative effect. Now, that's not an excuse.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not making it. Look, you know me. I'm trying.
I just know one thing. I'm like this. We play Penn State and State College, and it's 4th down and 4, and they run that play. You gonna tell me he's tired?
No.
So he be tired on his own time. Be tired when the offense is out there. Be tired at halftime. That means right now go to bed at 10 or 10:30 instead of staying up to 12 o'clock playing video games. Get his butt in bed, get his rest, so now he can go eat on game day. And you tell him he's tired? No, he's not tired. Be tired on his own time.
Winded, Vance, winded. I don't know that to be the case. But
if he was playing in Colorado where the altitude got him, yeah, he might be winded. He's not playing at altitude. He's playing at a little bit above sea level. So he's getting all the oxygen he needs.
To your point, look, this is an all-American talent. And hey, man, all-Americans don't get tired.
There you go right there. On that play, he was all bench. That's what he was. He should have been on the bench right there. That's what should have happened because he was on his back. He going to stay up to see what happened. Okay, Mr. Ostrich, go ahead and see what happens. That's what Sam, he was an ostrich. That's what he was. He wanted to see what was going on.
I've never seen an ostrich that big, man.
He was, That's why we cooked him up there. I got my Traeger out in the backyard right now. We could have thrown him on Traeger. I could have put some hot sauce on him. We've been ready to go. There you go, Sam. You cut it loose. I'm sorry. I just call it as I see.
I hear you, man.
You start off with a conversation. You said the man was tired.
Listen. I was trying to find a reason because this dude, Vance, he could be. I mean, this dude could be, a guy picked in the first few rounds of the NFL draft. That's how talented physically he is, and we see him throw human beings around, right? If he's getting moved off the football, I'm looking for a reason why. And look, it could just be one of those plays, one of those downs where, hey, he wasn't playing with the kind of technique that he's
Oh,
supposed
so he took off. He took off that play. So he's not first round pick then.
to. I hear
He,
you.
you just told me the man took off a play. He's not a first round pick. First round picks don't take off, Sam.
I hear you. I understand. I understand,
Every
coach.
play they come and eat.
I understand.
You say
Totally
you're trying to make a way out for the guy. What happened was he just got whipped. Let's put it like it was. That guy played with better fundamentals on that play and whipped him, not put him on his back. And I hope he listens to this. So now he come out and play every play. But on that play, that guy from Indiana, boy, he knocked you 5 yards back. The linebacker couldn't see.
Last week, Vance, you said he saw a hamburger. So you didn't see a
He was
hamburger right
hungry.
there?
He went to eat. I guess he wasn't hungry today because he stayed up all night long and he missed training tape.
See, now I gotta find a play where he was like a mountain that they
See, now
ran.
now you have to go looking for a play. It should be the very next play, but you got to go looking for one.
Well,
He was,
we didn't cut that play. We didn't cut that play up.
oh,
But
yeah, he must have been tired on about 9 others. Then if he had to go look for one, then it's the problem.
all right,
It should be
all right.
easy to find.
You're right. You're right, and I'll find it. I'll find. But in the meantime, let's go to the next play in the sequence, which that was quarter two. 13. I actually skipped one. Let's go right here, Vance, a little bit earlier in the.
Oh, this is a good football play right here. Whew. This is
It's
a
a good
good
football play, but it's an illegal football play.
I know, but you know what? That's lack of execution by the receiver. So right now we're in over one. We're in man to man, which we play a lot of man down in the red zone. So therefore, they're attacking what we do. This is a good job on that part. Now, there's a couple of things right here.
So
So
pause.
now
When you say what we do, what do
we
you
play
mean?
a lot of man, and we play a lot of man free in the red zone, a lot of combination coverage in the man zone. So now, as a quarterback looks up, and I should have pointed this out. We should highlight the tight end. Look at the tight end, Sam. See how far back he's off on the line of scrimmage?
Mm-hmm.
You know, right now he's going to do what? He's going to come back across.
Yeah.
He's not going to go out because he's too deep. So that defensive end should let the backside defensive end know, hey, he's up, he's up, he's up. So now we playing man to man. So you got that safety, the two linebackers based on how they teaching it. Okay, we got a full zone to the left, the back hitting inside. Okay, full zone. And you can see right now, the tight end's coming back across. This is really a tight end screen. And the receiver, he's actually cracking on the linebacker. But what he should have done is went there and turned around like he's running a hitch, make it like a natural pick pattern. He wouldn't block the guy. But
So
the
can
tight end
he could do that if the tight end stays
stay
behind
behind the line of scrimmage. He could do that. But the tight end, he gained ground. So the tight end probably made a mistake right here. Okay. So right now, but I don't point this out to you. Look where the linebacker's line right now. He's playing man to man. Sam.
He got the memo, man. He got the memo.
Thank you, amen. Amen. Can I get an amen, somebody? We could be in church today right now. Can you pass the hat right now? He got a chance to cover the guy if he went to the flat. Somebody help me out. Now, I know they're going to say, well, you see the safeties over here so the linebackers could plus away. I get all of that. I understand that. Man, get in position to cover your guy. So it's two ways to play this, Sam. I don't know how Michigan's doing this. Places I've been, we're going to say those three guys you have highlighted, they have the tight end in the back. So in other words, I got the wires to my side, so on and so forth. So you can see the dotted lines. Safety guy, tight end man to man. The two linebackers have the back man to man. The defensive end to the three technique, he has a quarterback to the zone read side. So we're going to see why this play shouldn't work in the first place. It should have been sacked, Sam. Just let you know that. Mm-hmm. So let's let it run. So that defensive end has a quarterback. We got us a crack right here. See, the defensive end has a quarterback.
Yeah.
It's a tackle for loss, Sam. Guess what he went for, Sam? He went for the dive.
Yeah, he went for the dive, but again, not an excuse.
Yeah, go ahead. He was tired, right?
No. Okay. But remember, 18. We've been talking about getting more reps, him playing more, right? He's still getting acclimated, Vance. He's still getting acclimated. Now he is a veteran. He
And
is a
what game
veteran
is
player.
this? What game is this?
This game 6.
Okay, you don't have 5 games prior to this to get acclimated. So let's talk about something else. Right now, I'm to the 3 technique side. That guy stepped down. I'm a quarterback player, period. It's just that simple. If I got a guy that's next to me in the B gap, I'm a quarterback player, period. It's not that hard, Sam.
I hear
I'm
you. Well,
going to
hey,
the
listen.
quarterback right now. What he does right, he squares up. So that shows me knows what we're supposed to do. But the issue he got to say does they telling him to spill this tight end or not? He still went for the dive.
Mm-hmm.
And now the eye discipline of the linebacker is not very good either. He's had that issue the last 2 ball games. His eye discipline been bad. He's looking back instead of going taking a tight end right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So listen, look, that's not me saying that there's an excuse for what he did. I'm saying you're gonna get some mistakes from a dude who you trying to give more reps to. This is like as he gets more reps, I think the mistakes will decrease, coach. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, I buy that. But make this mistake again, you're gonna have just some Gatorade on the sideline. We're in game 6. I'm trying to get you on the field. Where you going for the dive, Sam? I'm going back to
I
1 plus
discipline,
1
coach.
equal 2. That's it. If I got a guy sitting a 3 technique, that means I'm in a 5 technique. That means I'm going for the quarterback.
Hey man, bad eye discipline. Look, absolutely. I hear it. I hear you, coach.
I mean, like I said, this is a crack that the receiver, the tight end should have stayed behind the line of scrimmage. It'd been a legal play. It'd be a big play for them. But instead, he gained too much ground downhill, which now makes it an illegal play. That's what happened here.
All right, Vance. Let's go to the second half here, where you talk about in sort of the commentary says you really like the adjustments they made at halftime because Michigan they come out after the break and they slam the door on these dudes.
Yeah, because in the first half, we had this formation here. We tried to adjust linebackers and stand too deep. So in the second half, this is a great adjustment. Okay, you adjust downhill right now. So now with the linebackers know we're going to stay intact. But again, we've had some issues right now with the inside zone. Freeze it right there, Sam. Freeze it right there for me. So
Mm-hmm.
what they're doing is that people are going to say, well, how can a defensive end terminate the quarterback? Going back to the previous play, if you have a 3 technique to your side, a guy in a B gap, the guy outside of him now has a quarterback. So he cannot close for the dive. So they're double teaming our 3 technique, climbing to the linebacker. To the bottom of the screen, the center and the guard has a shade. So what they're doing is that guard, he steps down. So that the center, he wraps around and picks up the linebacker. So now this is a great scheme right here. I mean, so they doubling our inside guys up to our linebacker, which we've seen this entire season so far. And this ball should not crease us. But again, it comes back down to our down guys not maintaining leverage. You can see the scheme right here. Zone replay. The defensive end has a quarterback, so he cannot close for the dive. The 2 down guys and the 2 linebackers, they have the dive. Here we go. The 2 down line. Our 2 down guys right now have been having problems with this particular scheme. You can see what happens here.
Mm-hmm.
They got us blocked. It starts with the 2 down guys inside, not the linebackers, but the 2 down guys inside. Is a big boy in there right now, Sam?
Let me see, Vance.
He must be tired on the sideline drinking Gatorade, right?
Can't be tired coming out of the halftime locker room. It's 15 minutes on the
He
clock.
might be tired because he didn't drink enough Gatorade. He might be tired right now because right now we are getting knocked off the ball inside. It's just that's what's going on. Their offensive line right now, they are blocking us. And again, you can see what happens. And again, they get a 12 play coming out of half. They get 12 plays on the inside zone play. And again, we're getting our doubles inside right here.
Right.
To the shade, the guy on the hash, he does a halfway decent job. But again, he should have pressed harder into the center and don't let that center get off. And when he didn't, they were able to wrap around and get to the linebacker. See what happens here?
Mm-hmm.
And then I go to crease right there. That's on the shade. That's on the big fellow. That's his fault. That ball should not get to that gap if he does his job right.
Yeah, definitely to this point, not his best game. To
Now, like
say
I
the
say,
least.
he was tired, Sam. You're right. He was tired.
He went
You said it, not me.
I was talking about it in the first half with the tempo, man. That's not in effect.
When he had to run out of the tunnel to the other sideline, he got tired again.
Hey man,
You said it. I'm
I'm
just
not making
following
any
suit with
excuses
you.
for the dude. I was trying to understand why.
I understand why, because like you told me, he was tired. You good?
All right, so let's talk about as we show some plays. There's some plays that add up to them getting in the second half and really, like I said, slamming the door. We're gonna start off first with one more instance of eye discipline,
Ooh.
and then we gonna roll into what they really started to do well more and more as the game went on. So let's start off first with this eye discipline play, Vance, which you talk about a lot.
It's man to man. Say again, it's a jet. We're going man to man, and the emotions got out. And again, see 19 eyes. He's looking at the quarterback, and the guy turns up. It's not what they did; it's what we didn't do. It's just that's just a detail of a game and experience. You man to man, follow your guy. He's guessing it's going to be a screen, and it wasn't. And it
Mhm.
wasn't a big play. It was an incomplete pass. But again, these are some things that you want them to happen now, and we win the ball game than lose the ball game. So again, I can hear the secondary coach now getting this cleaned up right now. It's your eyes. Whatever told you to look back, just do your job. This is a no play.
Mhm. All right. So, but one of the things that they did well, more and more as the day went on, is get after that quarterback, Vance. They
Yes, they
remember
did.
the offensive line that was blocking the interior guys pretty well for a period of time. The day got rougher for them. As rough as it was for the interior guys for about 2 quarters, it was rough for those guys. For the first 2 quarters, it was rough for those guys. The last two were really rough for
Yeah,
those.
when they
So
got
rough,
behind,
man. O line coach out of job now.
it was like, man, come on. Katie bought a door. We had a party at the quarterback. I mean, I felt bad for that offensive line. The offensive line coach, they sacrificed him. I mean, that's a shame. I'm a coach, and I feel bad for that coach and his family.
Yeah. All right. So we'll start off with the sack party, Vance. This was actually in the first quarter.
Look at, oof, oh my goodness, that's what I'm talking about. And he got a personal foul for that, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. That was ridiculous, man.
But that's okay. But again, we just showing this is play to do play action pass like that, and for guys to get a sack, that's outstanding. That is really outstanding. I mean, it's just a one-on-one pass rush. And again, you got this offensive tackle. Look at this. We got good coverage in the back end, number one, and he beats the guy. That's that unbalanced formation again. They have 4 guys over there to the side, try to look gadget play. Great job. Now, that wasn't very smart right there. He got an earful from Harbaugh on that play.
Yeah, they
But
said
again,
he was
great job.
doing a throat slash. I didn't see him go across his throat
Yeah,
on
but
that
it's
play.
close. I mean, just be smart about it. Go celebrate with your team. That's the Michigan way. Celebrate with your team. Look at the get offs.
Number 90, Vance.
Oh my goodness. Look at watch the leverage. Watch him. You know what that looks like? Reggie White. I was looking at some Reggie White cut ups today. The old hump move, we get him leaning and throw him with that arm.
That
That's a great.
club.
Oh my goodness, man, that's nice. Look at 18 rush the pass at the bottom. Watch this. Watch the speed rush. Speed to power. That's a great job. 3 guys at the quarterback. 3 guys at the quarterback.
Yeah, that right there. More and more as the day went on, Vance. They just couldn't do anything with it. They couldn't do
He's
anything.
telling the quarterback right now, why did you even come today? I thought you was sick. I can hear him talking to him right now. What I mean, your offensive line, you need new security, son. You need more protection.
All right, so hey, they're all over the quarterback. Let's screen them, Vance. Let's screen them.
That don't work either. Oh, great recognition. See, that's my man, 55, Graham, right? I told you the second game here, I said, if you're not a good pass rusher, makes you a great screen guy. See, he didn't get a great pass rush, so guess what happens? He found the screen. If I saw him in the game, I wouldn't run no screen to run him back because he's not going to get a good pass rush. He's going to be on the line of scrimmage. Look at him.
Oh
Great
man, hey,
job.
listen, Vance. He has, I think, a 1 or 2 sacks on the season.
You know what? They fell down. That's against Hawaii. You know, they don't count. They don't count. But this is a great job. They're trying to screen us. We've got a great pass rush. So now screen doesn't work. We got our first down people in the game. They throwing screen. Come on, what
Yeah.
are we doing?
You know 55 is a freshman, right?
He out there, right?
Oh no, I'm
What
saying
game?
I'm saying
What,
he's
what
he's
game is
just
this?
a freshman and he already out there getting minutes.
If he's good, he'll be here for 2 more years and go to the NFL.
Yeah, yeah, I think he has a shot. I think he has a shot, Vance. All right, so the the very last play that we pull up is, you guessed it, another sack, Vance. Another sack, and this one really caught your attention.
Oh my! Watch this. I mean, all these. Oh my goodness! It was a foot race. They got my boy 18 and 90 on the same side. So they got everybody want to. Oh, what a great job by these two! Wow, wow! Look at this! Wow, we're gonna be okay, Sam.
Coach, they didn't bench him for that bad eye discipline in the first half.
Ooh, nah, but he doing what he can do. When you put those two guys on the same side, you force them to have to do one-on-one blocks. Because if you remember last week, they had number 90 playing the line back in third down, moving them around. Now they put number 18. So now you got everybody one-on-one. Look at that.
Yeah,
That's
man.
what we need.
And you gave him a running start at the guard, Vance.
We're gonna be okay right now. I feel bad for the offensive line coach. I don't care who they have in there right now, Sam as offensive line coach. They can't play for him. I don't care who they put in there. We're gonna Sam, come on now. They got no chance right now.
So listen, this quarterback that Penn State has, he was getting beat like a drum last year. It's not. I haven't looked at the stats yet to compare the sack stats this year to last year to know if it's discernibly better. What I do know is he has a better running game. He has a more potent running game behind him this year to sort of lean over. I don't think this is the same guy
Yeah.
that before he got hurt against Iowa. I mean, he just seemed like there was a difference. Because remember, they chose this dude over Kentucky's quarterback now, which they're talking about Will Levis. They're talking about him being a first round pick. Penn State chose this guy over him. But ever since he got hurt in the Iowa game last year, I just haven't seen the same edge.
Well, you remember last year before he was injured, Penn State was rolling.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, offensively, they were pretty potent. When he went down, they were not the same team anymore. I mean, they were totally different. It wasn't the same offense. He brought something special to the table last year. Now I have not seen Penn State play this year, but it's going to be inside zone, RPOs, run pass option. They're going to be some doubling our inside guys trying to get them loose. And if he's an athletic quarterback, they're going to make sure that we honor the quarterback in that situation. And I would see motion. I would see back running out of the backfield just to attack what we're doing. And what I saw from my defense this past week, Sam, was this. I didn't see as much what we've been calling a rock, where they angle the front to the boundary, bring a guy off the edge, playing three zone. We kind of got away with that a little bit. We didn't run it as much as we have been. I think that would have helped us out. And I think the up tempo and our kids were a little bit rattled in the first quarter, kind of slowed us down a little bit. Penn State, we bring everybody. I can see it right now. He's coming off the sideline. He's going to bring it from the start because that's what we have to do to attack that style of offense.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, my point is, I think if you can get you'd say this about any quarterback. You hit a quarterback early, you can affect him later, right? But this dude in particular, I just don't think he's the same guy since he got hurt last year. And I think if they can get in his face, if they can get a couple hits on him in the first quarter, I especially think it will have an impact on him. So we'll see if they can do it. And one way, either way, we'll be here to talk about it on the Michigan football film study focus on the defense, as I said at the beginning. We do not own this footage that we used in this breakdown, and as such, we do not profit from it. No monetization, no sponsorship. It is strictly for you, the people, strictly for your entertainment, your edification, and your education. We're going to continue to do it that way, but you can support us in other ways. You can like this video. You can subscribe to the channel. That way, every time we put up a video, you'll get a notification. If you listen to us on our podcast channel, you can subscribe to our podcast as well. Google, Stitcher, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. And of course, you can always find us over on the MichiganInsider.com on the 24/7 Sports Network. Right now, a special running $1 gets you 2 months of access, VIP access. That's across the 24/7 Sports Network. So you can get your inside intel and info on Michigan and everything we do over there. But if you want some info on Texas, you get info on Texas. You want info on SC, you get info on SC. You want info on Penn State, you can get all the inside scoop on Penn State as well. That's what the VIP pass gets you access across the network. And then once you become a full paying member after those 2 months for $1, you will also get access to Paramount Plus. Great bang for your buck. So be sure to check us out over on the MichiganInsider.com. And of course, be sure to check us out here next week on the Michigan Football Film Study focused on the defense with Vance Bedford.
Go Blue.